Okay, there's lots of ways to change colors, but the easiest way, if you're completing a row and then the next row is going to be a different color, the easiest way to do that is literally just to tie off, like you're done with the whole thing. Just tie it off, and then we are gonna just start crocheting into this. So with your orange yarn, and I need some more yarn slack here. Give me a second. So we are just going to do a slip knot here, but don't put it on your hook yet, okay? So what we're gonna do is find the spot where we just tied off. We're gonna stick our yarn. I can't talk. We're gonna stick our hook through that area. Put the orange yarn on your hook. Tighten it a bit, but not like super tight. You'll want a little slack. You're gonna bring that through, and then you're gonna chain up one. So you don't have to do the original like slip knot on the hook, but it makes it a lot easier to just do the whole thing. So go ahead and do that. So from here, we are just going to start our row, and I'm just double checking with my with the pattern. So the next two rows are actually the next three rows are the same. We are going to do a single crochet into row 9, 10, and 11. So you're going to do 3 rows of orange without any increases or decreases in the stitches. I personally like to crochet over these tails just for a bit, and then I discard them. They'll end up being with the stuffing in a little bit anyways. So I just like to tack them down just a little bit before I go on. So for the next 3 rows, you are going to just do them like a normal row. Make sure you use slip stitches to connect your rounds. And I am going to see you at the end of row 11. I will meet you for the closing ceremonies of row 11. All right, I am finishing up row 11. And gonna slip stitch to close that round. Okay, so we're gonna do round 12, and at this point, looking a little Winnie the Pooh-ish. I like it. So we have 3 rounds of the orange already. We are gonna start decreasing again. So this particular round, we're going to do 4 single crochets before we do the decrease. I hope I'm not getting confused on when I say increase or decrease, but we're only decreasing from now on. So I did 1, I need to do 2, 3, 4. Remember our invisible decrease going up and through. 2. All right, we're going to do 4. We're going to repeat that sequence again. So we're going to do 4. And decrease these next 2 here. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. 1, 2, 3, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are decreasing. We're going to do this all the way around. I only have a little bit more, so just bear with me here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if your count gets off because this ending is confusing, that's totally okay. It looks like at one point I've got an extra stitch in there. If you are one that really likes to keep the exact stitches, that's perfectly fine. I just am not super particular. You sometimes will add a stitch on accident before I close, so I just add an extra one on accident. I am going to decrease here, and I am just going to put 1. Actually, I think I'm just going to see if I can close the gap. I might not be able to. Oh, that might be too far. We're going to see what it looks like. We're going to experiment. Yeah, that's a little too far. So when that happens, just just go with it if it happens. Or if you're a really stickler, then figure out where you did it or count each row. I have not been counting, but I will put the stitch counts that you should have if you do it exactly the way that you're supposed to. So the next round, we are just going to do 1 stitch in each. We are already on row 13, and just like always, we're going to chain up, and I am going to put that stitch marker here. Okay, this round we are literally we're not increasing or decreasing, just 1 single crochet in each stitch. I will meet you back around for the end of round 13. All right, just finishing up row 13, and I believe the row 14 will be the end of our orange yarn. So we will get into that in just a second. All right, so round 14, we are decreasing again in this one. The sequence this time will be 3 single crochets and then increase. So I'm going to chain 1, and I already did my first stitch, so I need to do 2 more. 2 and 3, and then we're going to do our decreases here. 1, 2, 3, and decrease. Well, did I put that? Okay. 1, 2, 3, and decrease. 1, 2, 3, decrease. So at the end of this row, we are going to tie off like we did previously when we were finished with the yellow. So I did my last decrease. I have that extra stitch that I gotta account for, and then I'm going to slip stitch and chain one, tighten down that chain one like a knot. We're gonna cut the yarn and then just pull that through. Okay. Look how cute. I love it.